Okay, friends, Doc South here, and just sitting on the old back deck. And oh, this morning, I don't know, I don't know how to go into town to get some business taken care of, and I passed this parking lot across the river from us was full of when I went through. I'm guessing around 9 o'clock ish, maybe a little earlier. Um, the parking area, which normally is more than empty, quite often, especially early in the morning. Well, it was full. Man, there was a big old rig. There was, a tractor trailer set up with a fairly long back section, box section. There was a big trailer, or a wrecker, more of a wrecker than a trailer, a wrecker, and I think a mechanic's truck, and all there as well. And obviously they were there to tend to the tractor trailer. Something must have been up, I figured, as I'm riding along. And there was some police cars there and like that. And I just figured, well, poor guy, hope it won't cost him anything like, 20 grand to get his vehicle going again and all that. And I went about my business. I think I had to go pick up some cough syrup for my throat. Other than that, and when I came back, they were still there, putting chains on, from one vehicle to the other, and the police were there taking notes and stuff. I don't think the police were mad. They were just there, I think, to help when I have a feeling that the truck, if it couldn't be repaired, that it could move. I think that wrecker, along with the help of some mechanics, was going to somehow get the thing to a bigger truck garage. I'm pretty sure. And they were I guess the police were waiting to see if they would be needed for the escort, because you figure you'd have a big tractor trailer and a very big repair truck, and that was also a wrecker truck, a tow truck, would all be going down the highway, and it's a fairly curvy highway, a lot of hills, a lot of spots where something like that's going to slow down, and some clown's going to try to pass, trying to get to work, and someone else is going to be coming from the other direction, and bingo, auto wreck. So it was. I remember thinking, boy, is that going to be a bill? Woo! But no one seemed to be. There was no reason to be mad at the trucker. His truck just broke down, and the cops probably knew the wrecker guy, so. Oh no, it looked like sort of like Old Home Week. I think they were all drinking coffee. Maybe not. Could be. But had I thought, I would have got coffee for them all. That would have been nice. Nice thing to do. But anyway, so enough said. But now when Sandy got home a little later from her trip out to Slatington, she takes pretty much the same road. And to go out there, she would have been going the opposite direction of these trucks. Anyway, she came in and she says, "Oh, you should have seen this morning, man. There was a truck. He was a little bit in the road, stalled, I think she said, but it looked like, God, he was right up against the guardrails. If he was 9 inches over, a little bit more to the right, he'd have tumbled into the weight of that truck. He probably would have tumbled into the river. Oh, you should have seen. And truckers were coming to get him. And oh, she said, my God. And police. So Sandy saw the same thing, only about 4 hours earlier than me. And I guess in the dark, can you imagine all that stuff you got to do? People driving around. Oh. And some people going to work, some coming home from a big bash at the gin mill, and oh my heavens! And I guess once they got everything reasonably okay, I suppose the police probably said, look, we know a spot, namely the parking lot across the river from us. We know a spot where at least we can get everything sorted out, where you're going, how we're going to get there, what routes we're going to take, your turning radius, all that. And so let's go up there, and we'll see how you're doing. And indeed, that's what I saw this morning, was all that. And again, it looked like, yeah, I kept looking for where's the toll booth for the turnpike. It's what it looked like. Looked like the big rigs were all of a sudden getting charged to go into Hackettstown. It seemed, but no, of course they weren't. But it was interesting to see all the work involved and the money. I can't imagine what the money was to get all that straightened out all in due time. Wow. I know those truckers don't, those vehicles that haul the trucks, certainly those record trucks just don't, they don't run for free. And that truck probably be lucky he gets about 2 gallons, $2 or $3 to the gallon. I would think. It's imagine, everyone's kind of digging in their wallets, even as I speak. And of course, then there's the repairs. Ooh, wow. Well, anyway, I just went past it all, went and noticing I was running low on cough syrup, and I figured, well, I got $4, I'll go get some. Drove back, and they were still there sorting things out. And Sandy, when she got home from the antique center, wondered if I had seen all that commotion. And I said, well, yeah, it just moved. From what I gathered from what you're telling me, it moved up about a quarter to half a mile to the east. Oh, she says, in the big parking lot. Yep, the parking lot across the river. So, well, I'll be darned. So, well, I guess everyone's got it sorted out now. Bills will get paid, freight will get delivered, and everyone just did the best they could. What are you going to do? These things happen. See you later. God bless.